A lot of students today want to pursue PhD abroad, but the moment they actually start exploring, they realize something very quickly. There is too much information and at the same time, very little clarity. Over the past few months, I've had many students reach out to me with a very specific request. They've asked me to explain the international universities the way I explain the Indian universities. So now it is not that I have never spoken about international universities. I already have discussed a few. For example, I have a video on on Oxford, on London Business School, even on Harvard. But if I'm being completely honest with you, I have not been consistent with international university content. So now, very consciously, I'm going to dig deeper into the international PhD programs and bring them to you in a way that it actually helps you make decisions. And today we are starting the series with the number one university in Australia, the University of Melbourne. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the eligibility, the funding, and the complete application process for this university. So now let us quickly first understand the university itself, the University of Melbourne, which, as I've already said, is one of the leading international universities with a QS ranking of 19 globally. It has more than 50,000 students and an alumni base of 5 lakh plus, with around 46% international students coming from more than 150 nationalities. So if you're exploring their website, you will find that the PhD program in this university is listed under the graduate research sections. The university offers PhD and research-based master's program also across a wide range of disciplines, which includes fields like education, engineering, IT, fine arts, music, law, medicine, health sciences, veterinary sciences. In fact, it also, I saw on their website that it has accounting, actuarial studies, economics, finance, management, marketing, and even psychology, and so many other related domains. So no matter from which academic background you come from, you are most likely to find a suitable research program there. So of course, once you know the domain, you are keen to understand who can apply. So what is the eligibility? Because this is where most students get confused. So in this university, you can apply if you have either a 4 years of bachelor's degree or a 2 years of master's degree along with approximately 75% marks. So far, it sounds simple. But here is the part that most students overlook. Your degree must include a research component and not just a small one. It should contribute to at least 25% of your total marks in your final year. When it comes to GRE, GMAT and English language tests, the requirements are not uniform. Some programs may ask for a GRE or a GMAT, and English language tests like IELTS are usually required for international students. So never assume anything here. Always check the exact requirement for the specific program you want to apply to. Now let us talk about the part everyone is most curious about, which is funding. So at Melbourne, you don't apply separately for a scholarship. The moment you apply for a PhD, you automatically are considered. If your profile is strong, you can receive a full funding package. Yes, I repeat, you can receive a full funding package, which includes your tuition fee waiver, your yearly stipends. The universities offers these to more than 600 graduate research scholarships, and the stipend will go up to 39,000 Australian dollars per year. So yes, in many cases, this becomes a fully funded PhD. But it is important to understand funding is not automatic. It depends on your profile, your proposal, and your overall strength as a candidate. So now let us have a quick discussion on the duration and the structure. So a PhD here is typically a 4-year full-time program. Since this is a student visa, you are required to study full-time and stay in Australia. So as an Indian citizen, you will be doing only full-time PhD. Now comes to the most important part, the application process. So step 1 is the choose your research course. Do not rush on this step. You are not choosing a subject for one semester. You are choosing a problem that you will work on for the next 4 years. In the next step, you will check the eligibility. If you've already shared the general criteria, cross check with your department. See if you require a GMAT or a GRE or an English test requirement, because as I've already said, this can vary. The third step is preparing your documents. This will include your academic transcripts, your CV. In many cases, you will be requiring a research proposal. You will also need at least 2 referees. Step 4 is submitting your application through the University Melbourne portal. Now, one important thing you need to understand is that the University of Melbourne does not follow a single fixed timeline for all PhD programs. Some applications are assessed in rounds, while others are reviewed on a rolling basis, which means applying early can actually work in favor for you. So start preparing your application now, and finally, once you apply, your profile will be assessed and you will have to wait for the outcome. Now, if you are someone who is planning to apply for a PhD abroad and you need structured guidance through this entire journey, from choosing the right university to preparing the right proposal, your application, you can get in touch with me on the number given below. At ZPTC, we are here to support you at every step of your PhD journey, from helping you understand the process and identify research areas to supporting you with your SOPs, proposal, university selection, even your interview preparation. We are here to help you achieve your PhD goals. If you found this video useful, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Do let me in the comment section which country or university you want me to cover next, so that I can create content that is actually valuable for you. Thank you so much for watching my video.